feel like I always come on here like basic and like really minimal. But, I don't want y'all to get used to beat Taj because then you're gonna forget that my face looks like this under all that stuff. So yeah. But by the way, if you hear talking in the background, there's guys supposed to be working on the house next door, but they're outside talking, so whatever. But I wanted to do this video because I was watching a bunch of BuzzFeed videos on I watched their video on girls not wearing a bra for a week. I watched the video on stretch marks and things like that. And it got me thinking about the things that I'm self-conscious about. And I know all girls and all guys and everyone have things that they are self-conscious about. So I figured I would list some things that I'm self-conscious about in hopes that maybe I could talk myself out of them, because they're, at the end of the day, when I really sit down and think about them and pick it apart, it's stupid, and the list is so long that it makes me think this is stupid. So anyway, I'll get into the video. One thing I'm really lately have been self-conscious about for the past probably since I started wearing makeup, I've been self-conscious about it. And it was around the time that contouring really became a thing. When you contour your nose, the two dark lines, I started becoming really self-conscious about my nose and how I feel like it's really big. And even looking at it in my computer webcam, it looks really big. But whenever I talk to people about it or mention it, they're like, your nose is not big. And I'm like, yes, it is. It's ginormous. So I'm terrified to have children because my nose is going to be this big. But I never had an issue with my nose until I started wearing makeup and contouring. And now, when I think about it, it's I feel like that's what that stuff is supposed to do to you. It's supposed to screw you in the mind, and so that you keep doing it and you keep feeling bad about yourself. So now I've cut down, in general, I've cut down wearing makeup every day to doing it maybe once or twice every 2 weeks, because I don't want to forget about my face, and I don't want the view that I have of my face to be distorted because I'm looking at it without makeup. Don't get me wrong, I love my face with makeup, and I can't lie, I think I look a lot prettier with makeup, but I also would like to be more accepting of my face without it, because obviously it's kind of a big difference with it and without it. So that's one of my things, my nose. I think my teeth are weird. I don't know. I think they're weird. They're definitely a lot better because I had braces. My teeth weren't horribly screwed up. They were just kind of corkscrewed, overlaying. The two front teeth were overlaying the other two. But never crazy. But I don't know. I'm self-conscious about my calcium stains because I don't know if you can see, but I have calcium stains right here and on the tips of my teeth, but only on the top row, not the bottom row. And I had them before my braces, but they got really worse. They got worse, not really worse. They got worse when I got braces. So that's one of my insecurities. Oh my god, my stretch marks are probably, I guess you can say they're not my biggest. They're my second to the biggest insecurity that I have. I have stretch marks on my butt, and just yesterday I noticed some on the front of my thigh, all the way up toward my pelvis, but on the front. And on a more joking matter, they look like ramen noodles on me, and I don't know if many people see them, which, whatever, it doesn't matter if people see them or not. What matters is that I know that they're there, and they're not a big deal until summertime when I want to wear bathing suits. And now that I'm older, I'm going to be 22, I like more revealing bathing suits, probably because that's the trend now of girls being comfortable in their body and showing everything, and that's the point that I'm trying to get to, not to make a statement, but just to be that comfortable. And I notice whenever it starts off with underwear. Girls, we all have those underwear that are too small. And I'll look in the mirror and I'll be like, wow, I have a nice butt. But those stretch marks, though. But that's a sacrifice that I was willing to take because I didn't have a butt. I'm a really small. I was a really small framed girl, like really skinny, not an ounce of fat anywhere up until high school when I started developing more. Like luckily, big chest run in my family, so I didn't get stretch marks on my chest because all the women have big chests. So my skin, I guess, was kind of prepared for that. My chests aren't big; they're just bigger. But on my bottom, the women on my mom's side don't really have butts, really. They're just very top heavy. And the women on my dad's side are pretty well proportioned. Not huge boobs, but like maybe B's and C's. And like nice little pouty butts. So I leaned over toward my dad's side. And I started developing a butt freshman year of high school. And I didn't notice the stretch marks until maybe sophomore year. I was like, damn, like this is ugly. I don't like this. I thought pregnant women only got it. And then I started seeing in high school when girls would get them like on their boobs from their boobs growing, and some would have them on their arms. And then I was like, okay, this is normal, but it's still not attractive. That kind of thing. Let me see. What's another insecurity? Oh, my biggest insecurity, my hair. I've struggled with my hair since I cared about hair, which was probably like first grade when I started caring about my hair and wanting to do my hair myself because I didn't like the Allen Iverson braids my mom was giving me all the time. And I remember back when I lived with my dad, this was like when I was like 4 or 5, my dad let me do my hair for school. And I actually did a pretty good job. I put a couple little, and it's weird because back then at 5, I knew how to braid. And was it 5? I think it was first grade, so I was probably 6 or 7. I was turning 7 because I was a little bit older than the other kids, so I was probably turning 7. And I did my own hair and I braided it and everything. And I did a good job for a 7-year-old, but when I look back, I should have just stuck with whatever I had. But yeah, I can get into another video on my hair journey, but I've always like had a problem with my hair, the texture was too rough. I always wanted that smooth, like silky hair, and as of late, I really want the curly, like 3A, 3B hair, baby hairs and all. I want to be a part of the baby hair brigade, but it's not happening. This is not wired in my DNA. My chromosomes aren't built for that. I guess you can call it 4C hair. And, I've come to deal with it. And on some days I love it. Some days I don't. But that was one of my insecurities. My hair, Black girls, we have that kitchen back there. And I would always try to hide it. At one point I would cut it off. Then it would just grow back. So it's like, whatever. And then I think my last insecurity I have 2 more. One, how hairy I am. I hate how hairy I am. I have hair on my arms, and the hair on my arms I don't care about because I'm not about to shave that because it's just going to grow back thicker. My eyebrows are really thick, which I like, and right now they're plucked, but usually they're like slugs on my forehead. Down there is like, I'm getting my first Brazilian wax in like a week and a half. Don't worry, I'll record that. And I'm terrified, but I need this tamed. This Amazon, between the moisture and the hair and I just want to try something else. So yeah, how hairy I am bothers me. Like literally, I'm growing hair right here. I have to pluck my cheeks because long black hairs are growing out of my face. I don't understand. I grow hair here, which is so embarrassing when I wear low cut shirts because it's like black hairs sticking out. So I pluck those. And then the last insecurity that has developed as of late because my mom raised me not to wear a bra when you go to bed, along with underwear, but mostly bra. And so as I got older, now I sometimes don't want to wear a bra because bras aren't the most comfortable. And I noticed that I'm starting to be uncomfortable with my boob shape. And most of these insecurities have developed because of social media, because of the trends, the small waist, the perky boobs, the hips, which I would love to have, and I probably would pay for some hips if I had the money. Let's hope that I don't get no money so that I don't buy any hips. But the hips, the big butts, everything proportionate, Coke shake bottle, puffy lips, all of that has, even though I can say it's stupid, seeing it all the time on my timeline does slowly implement it in my brain and make me rethink myself. And it's not fair. It's not fair that these trends are a thing, and it's unfortunate that I haven't gotten to the point where I'm strong enough to ignore it. And now, because I'm not strong enough, I find myself unfollowing a lot of pages because I'm tired of seeing it. It's not fair. Women aren't built like that. I'm sorry, they're just not. And I shouldn't have to feel like I have to be built like that, because I don't. I'm fine the way I am, just like the next girl is fine the way she is. So stop making us shrink, wear these little basically they're sausage casings for your stomach, where you gotta squeeze all your stuff in, because your shape's gotta be in here. Like, no, it doesn't. That's stupid. So most of my insecurities come from social media, and when I try my best to catch on to it and be aware of it, and I take a break, or I'll delete things that I don't want to see because I don't want that stuck in my brain. So yeah, like right now, my underarms it's growing back, and I just shaved them 2 days ago. But that's fine, whatever, I don't care, it's hair, whatever. But yeah, back to my boobs. My boobs, I felt like should be perkier, because I don't want to, and now as of late, I feel like they should be smaller because I don't want to wear a bra. But they're not going to get smaller, and in reality, I don't want them to get smaller. So I'm just going to accept them. And lately I've been wearing pasties under my shirts and stuff because I don't want to wear a bra, and I shouldn't have to. So that's just that. But yeah, for those of you watching, maybe you should list some of your insecurities below and mention mention them and mention why they don't make sense or why they're stupid and they're useless. And as you think about it day to day, try your best to move away from those insecurities and focus on the good things about yourself, which is pretty much everything. So yeah, until the next time, I will see you guys in the next video.